So we can call the meeting to order. Is there anything emergent that needs to be added? Nothing? James? All in favor, adopting agenda, opposed, it is carried. And then next item up is accounts payable information. Larry? Go ahead.
This check 86530 for insurance deductible reimbursement. What's that for?
The plane, but
That was for damage to a vehicle.
was it down on Main Street?
Yes, no, it was at center.
Oh,
There was some rebar sticking out of one of the parking things that caught a vehicle. Yeah.
any other questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor of receiving for information, opposed, carried. And then cash and investment summary for information. Questions or concerns? Well, it's June, so that's tax month. Right?
Yep.
Okay, no questions. All in favor, receiving for information, opposed, that's carried. Budget variance report for information. Holy man, that's a lot. I'll go, Matt.
Give it to Matt.
Pretty much a three-way tie. Any questions or concerns on any of the budget report? There you go, Mike, you're stressed for nothing. Okay, all in favor of receiving for information? Opposed? Carried. And then moving on.
Sorry, can I ask a question? I had to find it. Oh, sorry, I'm going back now. The gain and loss of sale of tangible assets, tangible capital assets.
28,400%.
Yeah.
So we budget, because we don't expect to sell anything, we keep a budget in that line item just in case something happens. But when we do sell something or surplus an item, that's where it goes. That's the revenue that we receive. Also, the garbage truck that we sold, that's that revenue.
So the sale of any assets, just gonna make that a skew.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, I'm glad you found that, Chris.
Thank you.
Moving on.
We can move on.
The council minutes of August 19th, and they're here for adoption. Oh, give it to Chris this time.
Oh, no, I was waiting to see.
Chris.
I was gonna put that on.
Chris. Any questions, concerns, errors, omissions that anybody found? Seeing none, all in favor of adoption? Opposed, that is carried. Then the Municipal Planning Commission meeting for information. Larry? Any questions or concerns? So the only question I have then is on the request for zoning. It seems like you guys were not in favor of rezoning.
Correct.
Big concern is parking.
Well, this was the one.
But the motion that I can see and read, because there's no discussion, it's just that you weren't in favor of changing the zone.
Yeah, we were basically happy with the way it was. Okay, if I remember correctly, does that sound right there?
That's right, and the total infrastructure around the area isn't suitable for that, because if you have a function going on at the park or something like that.
Okay. Nope, it's just notes for the next public hearing, right? All right. Redcliff Cypress Regional Waste Management Authority meeting for information?
Information.
No, did we not? Like we didn't?
Do you want to?
We should.
Okay.
Yeah, I was the one that asked the question. Okay, all in favor of, this is back to MPC. All in favor? Opposed? It's carried.
Good job.
Yeah.
Hey, you got them all.
Good catch. Yeah.
You got them all.
All right, now, Redcliff Cypress Regional.
I'll do something else.
Kathy. Any questions, concerns?
So this rate change for clean fill, it was previously free to dump clean fill before, or is this, or did we used to charge and we just changed the rate?
We used to charge, but we needed to distinguish the tonnage and what was going to get tested. So the verbiage changed.
Okay. Yeah, I take mine to the city because they dump it for free.
What is clean fill exactly?
Dirt.
So,
Just dirt.
sorry, it's just dirt, yes, but clean fill was free for residents. Always been free for residents.
That's what I went.
They don't always know that, I'm gonna say.
Free for residents, not by
council
council.
was charging me.
Charged them double.
No, they didn't
That's
ask. I
double free.
just turned around and left and went to the city. Anyway,
Okay, any other questions? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. And then the Redcliff and District Recreational Committee meeting, Matt, for information. Any questions or concerns?
what's, what was the update on the skate park project?
Just like, Garcia, sorry.
The skate park, yeah, skate park. That's the project called.
They put in the gazebos. What else was done there?
The
That was done.
Yeah. Benches have been ordered, but new bike racks have been ordered.
That's all in the manager's report too, but yeah, and I probably discussed it, this one, because it's related.
And we're looking into how to get water there too.
For a hydration station.
Kind of like what the city has with those fire hydrant clean water fill
Something
things.
similar is the request. We are having some issues with water service. They're also interested in getting solar lighting over there as well.
Speaking of those hydration stations, I know we did talk years ago about doing one over at the dog park. Is that still a possibility, or was that deemed to be too
I
costly?
think it was gonna be too messy, is what we talked about last year.
Right, it was just gonna turn into mud. Is that what it was?
Through the chair. I think what's happening is, there's a concern over what the wastewater is gonna do and what would be required to handle that. And that still is up in the air. It has to go through something like Park Enterprises, and basically they want a engineered drawing.
For the wastewater off of that little thing?
Well, for the whole, yeah. Yeah,
The skate park or for the dog park?
both of them. Well, I don't know about both of them, but I know that that's what it is their,
I think that just goes to storm because it's got.
Park Enterprises is requesting a engineered drawing on handling the wastewater, well, on the whole thing.
And that would obviously kill it.
Well, it didn't do any good. In Medicine Hat, they just hook them up to the hydrant and let them run.
Yeah, it just goes to storm.
This is an item here.
So from the skate park, did they not build bathrooms, a door to the bathrooms into the pool room? Where the pool storage used to be, and then make the pool storage in that garage?
But yes, there's two
So
options there.
is that not open when the skate park is open?
Open during the for opening and closing. I don't think they're open right now.
No, so they're not open to the general public. They're open only during pool hours because we have security cameras over there and we also have the personnel to man it. We did look into that station for the hydration station, but we ran into issues when it came to spacing as well. And
So we took away a pool storage room and renovated it at a cost to put in bathrooms that are only open for the 3 months that the pool is open, when there was already bathrooms in the pool.
To my understanding.
Cool. Not really. That seems odd. I actually thought that those bathrooms were for the skate park.
So did I.
Hmm.
So the issue.
Because that's even a heated building, right?
Yes.
That's why they're
Vandalism
dimmer.
Worried about vandalism or what's the?
I'm not sure,
policy
I'm not sure of the reason.
There was, yes, some concern with the vandalism that has been happening over in that area.
And I could see an unfavorable person living in there.
Well,
Well, it's no different than Lions Park is open, and that's true.
the Lions.
And the campground
100%.
bathrooms are open. Like, we have a lot of open washrooms.
The Lions Park this last week, we have endeavored to have it closed in the evening from 8 until in the morning. We have continually found people in the washrooms overnight.
So you have someone go there at 8 o'clock every night to lock the door.
We started this weekend.
So that's overtime hours.
Well, no, there's somebody working at the arena now, isn't there?
Yes, the plan was as well, someone's at the arena.
Say, and that could, so the same thing could be with the bathrooms at the swimming pool. Matter of fact, they'd almost be in sight, that person.
And we can look into that.
Well, it's just, I would almost think that having water there would be reasonably, it'd be better than having no water.
And I don't know if.
So I met with a plumber over there who exercised 2 different options. One was a 15-inch hydration station mounted between the washrooms. We were worried about somebody getting hit when exiting the far washroom. Currently, they're both handicap accessible. If we were going to go that route, or one in the corner where the fencing is, we wouldn't have a second handicap washroom because of the clearance. So
Do we do handicap washrooms?
we can always remove one. But we're also worried, number one, like Larry said, we do need engineering drawings, and then there was a concern about where we're going to pipe the discharge.
So when that thing got put in the wall, you needed an engineer for that? Like,
No,
that's just a what, like,
no, but like Larry said, the park enterprises required that to get.
if it's going to sanitary, it doesn't matter.
No, but we're looking into the drainage over there, because if we're going to put them by those washrooms, we have to be able to drain.
But if you put them inside the washroom, like
Put a hydration station inside of the washroom?
we're talking just so somebody can fill a water bottle.
Yes. But our figuring with that is there taps inside as well.
That's great, but if it's, yeah, so it just needs to be open and then it's problem solved.
Could you not just tie it into the drainage that's already in the bathroom?
That's what we would expect.
Anyway. We're not supposed to make those kind of.
No, I know, but actually we are supposed to, we do have the capability of setting policy.
True.
Anyway, okay, I guess that's something to discuss. Okay,
GPC's coming up in 2 weeks.
is it? Okay. Oh, we talked so long, my computer went down. Anyway, so who asked that question? That was Jane.
That was me asking for.
Yeah, that was you asking for an update on the skate park.
Yeah, me.
Why are you looking at me? You're the one that's this. Okay, any other questions? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? That's carried. All right, moving on to requests for decisions. We have from the Schuler Community Association requesting a letter of support for an application to a New Horizons grant.
I'll make option number 1.
Say the amount of the grant in this letter.
Well, they can get, when I was talking to Michelle, they're applying, there's no set amount. They can get up to 25,000, so they're
Yeah.
hoping that it would be nice to get all of it, but they don't know.
Yeah, I was talking with Michelle today about it too. And that's why I brought it up, because I didn't think it was in here, but she told me it's 25,000. And they don't really have, Rob told you very similar things. They don't really have this super plan set in stone, whether they're gonna buy a bus themselves and run it or third party it out or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I talked to her last week before we put this on the agenda. Yeah, it wasn't, they're just applying it. Yeah, and if they're lucky and they get some to start it up there, then, you know, they'd look at Suffield and that same thing throughout the county, which could then actually have some benefit because it would be passing by here.
Yeah.
But if this doesn't cost anything.
No, and if it comes to fruition, it's downright good idea.
Anybody else have any comments? All in favor of option one? Opposed, that is carried. Then special event application, Kevin and Julie Lagasse, Haunted House 2024 for consideration. Larry,
I'll make option number 2. Approve special event application, Kevin and Julie Lagasse, allowing a temporary haunted house event to take place in a vacant greenhouse owned by So roofing and restoration limited 305 Second Street Southwest on October 2024. Conditional to provisions of additional event details to the satisfaction of the municipal manager.
Some issues later on in this. Do we like all of the?
well, I think the only, I think most of it is very similar to previous years. The development officer has the same conditions, I think, that have always been.
No,
Is there some different ones?
well, because I don't recommend, maybe I'm wrong, but, it's.
Your ears must have been burning.
Well, what, just started talking about it.
You just came up.
There was mention here about rezoning this year from the development officer. Because it's an ongoing thing. So you know you know that, right?
You sold it?
Yeah.
I thought you did. So who's Riggs Roofing then? Not you?
Yeah.
Oh, you sold it and you're just leasing?
But you're still wanting it for the end of the month.
They're not taking over to March.
Right.
Okay.
So you still want this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think if, like Larry says, with the, to Shannon's discretion, but with the notes that Brian has, then really, I can't see, this is pretty similar to what's happened in the past.
I don't recall, was there washroom facilities on site in previous years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was, okay.
Yeah,
And I thought that was new and
and hand washing station, all that was there.
yeah, I see that was in the quote from
Yeah.
Sanitec or whatever you got a quote from, I forget. And then there's another one that I didn't think was on there before, but I guess it doesn't much matter. Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. I think last year they just approached Dick across the street for parking and things like that. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, I already talked to him. He says he's on the side.
Okay. So I think most of the conditions are
very
pretty simple.
Similar to
Yeah.
what was in there last year.
And he just mowed it a couple of weeks ago, so we make it easy to park.
Dick's still around.
Well, his mower is, yeah, he's still around,
He sold his house.
but he still has half a block over there.
Well, you have enough to live on.
Yeah, he's hard pressed and living in Elkwater.
Yeah, poor guy. He'll somehow muddle through life.
Anything else?
So this would be the last year for this location then?
Yeah.
Then, not that it much matters to this, but.
I got diagnosed with heart disease, so.
Sorry to hear that.
Okay. So Larry had moved option 2, no other comments, all in favor? Opposed, that is carried. Then 2025 budget review dates for consideration.
Set it in stone are we for capital budget on Mondays?
Capital?
Yeah.
What are you doing that week?
Well, I do have a plane ride booked from the 28th to the 4th, but I don't have to get on it.
Pretty long plane ride.
Yeah,
That's around the world a few times. I hope you stop for gas.
I'm going
That's what I'm
straight
gonna
out.
say.
Oh, and I'm
You and Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Cool. Take pictures.
Yeah. I will get on that. If those are the only dates that we can do it, then that makes my decision pretty easy if I'm going on that plane ride.
Could just make a motion for those days to make it easy for you.
Good. You could.
Is anyone opposed to doing it the following week, or does that not work for?
Doesn't work for me.
Oh.
Doesn't, well, and that's okay. Lots of times
Capital,
dates don't
you
work
might-
for everybody.
Capital without you might be better, actually.
Well, it is quite a bit of a gap in between the two. Could we do them closer? Is that an issue for staff or for anybody up here?
It's probably an issue for Mike.
Usually,
You need a.
when you do the capital, then you need some time to get those numbers together and get them rolled into the real budget to go to the operation side.
Okay. You need that much time?
Well, in the next couple of weeks are actually not good for a lot of the staff.
Okay.
That's-
So I'm around on the 29th and 30th. Unless we do it earlier.
Would you guys be ready for the week of the 20? Well, Chris, you're still going that week, right?
I can be here.
When are you flying?
28th to the 4th.
Right. So if it was the week before,
He's still gone.
Should be right there.
Why would it be gone the week before?
he doesn't fly till Monday, our council meeting.
You said you're going the 20th?
28th.
Oh, 28th.
20th.
Sorry, I kept hearing the 20th. Oh, okay. So week of the 21st. Does that work for Evan?
I'll be fast, let me should grab my calendar.
You can cancel here.
No, I'm looking to see what other meetings we have
You
scheduled.
have to go to on. You put your hand in there.
I don't have any, not that that matters. I don't have any meetings noted that week unless you guys are having,
The week after is. Recreation meeting.
Yeah, the 21st is bad for me.
well, we're just looking any time in that week
In the week of which week?
from 21 to 25.
Yes. I would, there's some economic development meetings going on, but I can almost switch out of that.
They're not every day.
3 days, so I don't think.
Wow. I hope you got everything solved by the time that's over.
Yeah, I mean, these are the evening ones anyway.
Okay,
Yeah, these are the evening ones. Capital.
okay.
I wouldn't go too much out of everybody's way to accommodate this.
Well, what if we
Can't
did
work, it
the
can't work.
24th and 25th?
That Thursday and Friday?
It's bad for you?
The whole week? I'm just gonna make a motion that we do it on the 31st and 1st for capital.
Halloween?
Oh, no, that's Halloween. 29th and 30th. How's that sound? 29th and 30th. And if required, I'm sure we'll get it done in one night. 29th and 30th. Sorry, Chris.
That's okay.
Well, he's gonna stay home and be,
And then for operating. Just go the 21st and the 22nd if needed. That'd be my motion.
What was the second dates there? Sorry.
21 and 22 of November,
And 29 and 30?
Yes.
and 29 and 30. Yeah, well, that's a motion.
Yeah.
I can make any day work, so I just put 2 days on the calendar, so.
You got 29th and 30th if needed
For budget, capital,
capital.
and then.
That's nighttime meetings.
Those are, yeah, those would be evenings, and then usually our operations is during the day, so the 21st, which is a Thursday. And then if more time is needed, goes to Friday, the 22nd.
Last couple of years, they both got them all done in one meeting
Yeah.
each.
Okay, I might have to slip out for a while on the 21st.
We'd probably hardly miss you. I think you slip out on us sometimes when you're here. That doesn't show up on. Anyway, okay, any other questions, concerns? All in favor? Opposed? Just carried. Budget submissions.
Send us a reminder.
Put it in your phone.
I'm pretty sure it'll end up in work.
I'll make a motion on this one.
Chiang Mai. What's Cambodia?
Well, who doesn't know that?
They even have an international airport.
Yeah. I'll make a motion for the staff report, but for the budget submissions from the public do you want all of them moved into one motion or just individually?
You want to bring them all forward?
No,
Do you want, okay, so you don't want them all going to the budget meeting?
correct.
Okay,
Let's do them individually.
Individually? Okay. We'll go in order then. Not gonna work. I'll start at the very last one.
Name off the ones that you want to be brought forward. How about that?
Okay, well, a little more clarification on the first one. I don't truly get that one
Any questions?
because it's technical.
because it's technical.
Talking about the electric power city.
Yes.
So what is your motion?
Well, then we can talk about it. Okay, my motion is to put that one forward. But can you explain it to me more and then I might alter it?
Just that one?
Well, we're just gonna talk about that one for the meantime.
Oh, okay.
So
are we gonna?
So in a nutshell, if you have a big motor not working to capacity,
It's wasteful.
it can be very wasteful.
Which we have a few of those.
Okay, so this study is gonna be about $25,000. How long would it take to get that money back? Hard to say without knowing how wasteful they are.
Correct.
Okay, what is,
Would this be a study on all of
This
town
was from
assets?
a private system.
And I would say there's probably lots like sewer lift pumps, all kinds of pumps.
Chillers?
Yeah, they reference,
Well, I don't know, we don't have chillers, do we?
they reference the raw water pump station, the water treatment
Those things run a.
and the sewer lift stations.
okay. So this, were you saying that the resident is offering to do this for this fee?
No, they
Oh,
put it forward.
This is his suggestion.
Idea, suggestion.
Okay. What sort of not precedent, what sort of urgency would staff give this?
What would the benefit was be?
So we have not done any evaluation at this point. We brought it forward as an idea to find out if there's labor from council to move forward and have administration investigate further.
Definitely.
Yeah, I got that. Thank you, James. Okay. So we could spend 25 grand for a study and,
Just have a study.
Or we could
Just
just
have
have
another
another
study.
month when they have more information on it.
And that
well, I don't want to
would
waste
be-
their time.
And that would be cheap compared to some of the studies.
Yeah, that's pretty relatively. Okay,
I've done nothing.
Are we gonna get a 60-page paper we have?
I'll move that
Just for information.
forward to budget talks. The sidewalk, I don't know what's,
We're going to the electric power factor study. We're gonna do them individually.
We have to vote on each one now, because.
Yeah, okay, you split them out.
okay, all right,
Yeah, I
yeah.
had to be that guy.
I was gonna lump a few others in.
My army
No,
goes
no,
there.
because now, then you'll have people on both sides of the fence.
Fair enough. Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, then Done talking about that. Wayne vote.
Well, Dwayne has to call the vote first.
Well, I'm glad somebody has some decorum and protocol.
Says the guy that didn't vote on the matter earlier.
I didn't call the vote.
Yeah.
I voted on it when I voted for it.
Fair, fair.
Details matter, Chris.
All right. Is there any questions or concerns about the power factor item? So all in favor of putting it to budget? Opposed? Carried.
Should I keep going or does somebody else want to make a motion?
Okay, I'm just gonna start writing.
Okay.
Need more, I think number one. Yep, another one you want brought forward?
Yeah, I mean, I'd skip to the outdoor gym one. I'd move that one to be forward.
But then replace the accessible later.
No, I don't think so. But I do like the thought you're trying to stir there.
Are we talking about like this sidewalk?
I just skipped that for now.
We
We're gonna address that.
Well, technically, that thing should already be, I don't know why it isn't done.
I think we just go in order.
Okay,
It'd be a lot simpler.
okay, I'll move the sidewalk, get forwarded.
Yeah.
I guess I have to move everything, get forwarded, so it all has to be a positive motion.
Chris. Okay, questions or concerns on the sidewalk? All in favor? Opposed?
Are you confused?
I'm in favor. Yeah. Okay,
The walking trail down Samus Drive, I'll move that to be forwarded to budget.
3,
That's a cheap.
I think that's maybe a long ball.
Well.
okay,
Yes,
go ahead. Questions or concerns?
yeah, because it's been in the works for a while and planning to move Samus Drive. I don't see the point of putting a walking trail down it if we're gonna move it.
I see no point in putting walking trail down it for other reasons too. But that's a very good point.
Yeah,
Put asphalt in a ditch to get washed out in that water. Well,
And it's gonna get used by
Yeah.
nobody.
I mean, if there's a walking trail anywhere, it should go to the east side.
I wouldn't say nobody, because it's
Well-
been the odd time I've almost hit someone on the back at night in the dark wearing black.
And
Nobody's an exaggeration, but not near enough people are gonna utilize it.
Justify
Could justify $500,000.
anybody else have any questions or concerns? All in favor? Opposed? Thank you. Defeated.
The rec committee, basic solar lighting for the skate park. Got forward.
So it was discussed. Like, basically, not something that was like $100,000 and something very, very basic. It's just even to look at prices.
It is LED.
The only time, James, you can't get, go ahead, Kathy.
Wasn't this in the scope, the grant that the youth center got to put in lighting? I don't remember because it's been so long.
No, I don't think it was.
I do recall Carla was talking about it. I just don't know at the time when they were discussing it, whether it was removed at that time or if it just wasn't feasible at that time with the grant.
Yeah, and I can't remember.
It seems to me that this is not the first time we talked about it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't recall details, but
I think solar lighting has been talked about in many different places, but
But what?
well, I don't know. I would almost say it's a staff thing, not a council thing. But just for shits and giggles, all in favor? Opposed? Seems to be carried.
then I'll move for the
Number
Just asking.
outdoor gym.
Well, it is
To
to
Park Dogs.
Chris moving that too.
This is one of those like things where they have the different.
Yeah, one of those. So, yeah, different apparatus and it's your own weight that does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody in the world has them.
Didn't we talk about possibly putting these along our trails at one point?
Yeah, somebody did once.
Yeah, a few years ago.
Yep. Yeah, and it got a whole bunch of traction.
He said tongue in cheek.
I
Yeah,
love this.
I have pictures of from Istanbul, from Lisbon, from
Oh, yes, I remember you.
the walkway up to, yeah. In Honolulu, if you're walking up Diamond Head, there's exercise equipment all the way up the hiking trail, if you can imagine that.
That even has some impressed me.
Yeah, they finally got around to putting some in southeast Alberta.
There's been one in Ross Glen for a long time.
I don't use that one.
Well, terribly sorry.
I know there's one over at the base.
Well, they used to have just 2x4s and railroad ties, but now they've actually upgraded it, yeah. I don't know, it must be heinously expensive, because it's never had that. Anyway. Any other discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. We got the hard way.
Thanks.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, let's move on to other managers report to council. Matt. Anybody have questions or concerns? James?
Cool. You waiting till the spring to fix those tiles, or are you guys planning on doing that this fall yet?
They're doing some evaluation right now and they'll be discussing it at budget time.
And then that speed sign that we bought, has that given you guys any useful information, or is it just
See my high score online, okay.
Yeah, see my high score on the road.
We have downloaded the information for when it was official. We're still coordinating all the data. And hoping that we can have 2 or 3 areas to be able to take a look at it.
Did it find anybody not speeding?
Really.
I know that, I've seen it, and I just don't actually I can't say I've watched and saw anybody not. But on Mitchell, I don't know what it's like over there now.
I fell off 6 going on to Mitchell. I wasn't even up to speed by the time I hit it, so.
Right by the region.
Okay. Probably did.
30 something.
Chris's favorite area of town.
Yeah, it's over in, by the swimming pool.
Yeah, I saw it the first thing. And I had a resident come to me and ask for some speed regulation in a, I forget which park now it was, but I passed that information on to her. I said, maybe we could put that sign there. And she goes, okay, I'll take that information. Yeah, thank you. And then first of the month, I see it there.
We are.
Well, it's a playground zone and a senior zone.
I know. Just a sore spot for me. And it's totally justified where it is.
It got me yesterday.
It doesn't hit you. Like, it's not like it just tells you that you're speeding, Jim.
I know, but it annoys me.
Does it work?
It does work though. It slowed me down.
I saw one when I was in Ottawa and had a frowny face on it. I was like, oh, shit.
City used to have one like that years ago. I remember it's just fun to make frown. Yeah.
I'm done.
Any other questions, concerns?
I'm sure it's in here. I didn't see it, but it's popped in my head. The construction project. Over
Fifth Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in here.
Fifth Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, they shut another block down.
What's the timeline on that?
Is what we're projecting.
Okay.
That's mid-October.
Oh. Okay. Why didn't you just say that?
I think it's 13th is Easter Monday, isn't it?
Easter's in,
Or sorry, Thanksgiving Monday.
Easter 14th break.
But that might be the 13th too, 'cause that's eight.
It's the 14th is Thanksgiving.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I just looked today, actually.
Either way, they're a happy bunch up there.
14th.
Oh, it is?
There were a lot of
13th. So the 13th is Thanksgiving Sunday.
Thanksgiving Sunday, the ever popular Thanksgiving Sunday.
Sorry. Why do I have something on there? Oh,
I got a text message and a phone call within like 2 minutes of the person that I called you about checking on.
I know where I am.
So if the St. Ambrose has any more events, then I can expect a call from Eldine again.
No, they don't have any.
Okay.
No info.
How many did you guys
for
hunt?
the ice fund?
You were set?
So no info on grants for the ice plant?
I know we just got it in last week.
Yeah, the deadline was just last week.
Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday or something. So
And Mike is gonna have a meeting, I think, on Monday.
I had it today.
I know it's next.
Is this with that grant company?
Has anybody been in touch with our local MLAs?
What local MLA
Well, we have two.
do we?
Well,
You said local.
Yeah. Okay, I guess that answers that. All right, and no, I just see like there is money all over. Brooks is falling in like 2 different grants in Bow Island and yeah,
Well,
so it's out there.
maybe this new.
hopefully that new company, yeah, really pays off for us. So I think that's such a good idea.
Oh, the grant find.
The grant finders.
Well, hopefully. Okay. No more questions on reports? All in favor of receiving for information? Opposed, that's carried. Are there any verbal reports that any counselor would like to give? Larry?
I went with you and Shannon and Brian to the
Summit 2?
Summit 2 and good brainstorming event. I don't know that we came up with any real good ideas that are going to come to fruition, but there were a lot of real good ideas.
Was it the same thing as Summit One again?
No, it was like taking it further.
Oh,
It was an extension of Summit.
was it still just theoreticals and hypotheticals?
No, we dealt more with, actually, what, the last question of the day was, what kind of regional economic development group would everybody like to see? And there was everything from ad hoc to full-fledged, from left to right. And surprisingly, with the exception of one table, everybody else was in middle ground or left, as in not forming a regional economic group.
Really?
Not incurring the expense.
Well, and then I think, in all fairness, so there was people from Verge. Well, they're not gonna want a different one formed, right? That's kind of competition. And then money might not. So I think Cypress County is happy with Verge. Bow Island is happy with Verge. So they're probably wanting to stay with Verge. I mean, there was a table from Community Futures, Entrecore, and Apex and all those groups. They're already doing their little niche things too. So same thing, if all of a sudden some new group is around, well, I think there's only so much money and so much competition. So I think quite a few of those tables had good reasons to stay in the middle. But I was surprised. Yeah, the table I was sitting at was the furthest right in the whole place.
What's the point of this whole summit?
Well, that's just about it. We went and had a whole bunch of meetings to kind of say, we might as well leave it the way we always had it. That's almost what I got out of it.
That's what it is.
And spend a lot of grant money to get there.
Well, it wasn't, yeah, it was grant money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so those were what the level-headed individuals came up with.
That's the problem with economic development in southeast Alberta, why it doesn't exist.
Well, I'm not gonna go there, like,
They keep doing the same thing over and over and over again.
we were trying to stay positive and not,
I'm glad I didn't waste time there.
okay. Yeah, that was the nutshell of it.
Interesting. I really thought they would go a different way, not.
Mm-mm. No. Oh, I was a bit surprised too. Okay, anything else? I didn't go do anything exciting. Cool.
I also went to the seniors meeting and they inquired about the grant funding that we are subscribing to, and wondered if they could get a grant to line the inside of the seniors center and drywall it and stuff like that over top of the brick. But I think what we'd have to do is we'd have to get a lot more information, get some prices and stuff like that. I don't know what's required for this grant.
Okay.
But we can do submit that.
So are they talking like a going green grant? So energy efficiency?
That's
This is what they'd be shooting for?
Efficiency and
Yeah.
Insulation and drywall, that
Yeah, to strap it and insulate it. Like, I agree that it's probably gonna be way better than brick.
one more comfortable in winter time.
Yeah. Well, air conditioning wise too, really, but yeah, there is definitely grants out there for improving efficiencies. Even the Hat Smart program would be, if you could get in early enough on something like that, but
there'd have to be somebody that would steer it through.
well,
And
well, and the downside to those grants, I think, is you have to have your audit done first. And then, you know, there's so many, when you go and say what you want to do, they give you so many points for this and so many points for that. And depending on the before and after, then they tell you what grant money you'd actually be eligible for too, right?
Being that we're the building owner, that would fall under the municipality then, or under the tenant?
I don't know. Well, I think the tenant could take it on if they were applying for the grants, but there's expense before you even start, right? Like you need that energy audit done first and foremost.
that's quite expensive.
I know it is
$600 per
on a house. I don't know what they charge you for a commercial building, for a building.
Probably a couple grand.
I don't, yeah. It definitely would be something they could look into, but you're right. Somebody would have to spearhead it.
And we don't have anybody here anymore. Like they were really impressed with Carla, but she's not here unless we get a replacement.
Yeah.
She did a lot for them.
You could steer it, Larry.
Yeah, I'm golfing.
Okay. Anything else? So Larry's the only one that did anything last month. Good for Larry.
He gets counselor of the month award.
Excellent.
Yes, cool start. Getting started, Gary.
Get you a badge for the next meeting.
Well, that's just the half of it. I don't want to overdo it.
Did you go see me?
Names up for next time.
Okay. Well, the motion's been made. Matt made, well,
I'll make.
we didn't vote. Well, I'm sorry, we haven't voted on the report,
Yeah, we
the
did.
municipal manager report, did we? Oh, sorry.
I'll make a motion that we receive.
Larry's information. James says,
Very informative updates.
okay, all in favor? Opposed? That's carried. Landfill graphs.
For information.
That the questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. And council important meetings and events.
That for information.
Chris,
Who's all going to?
I am. You guys go?
It's in red there.
Yes, some of you guys are ready, already?
well,
The last convention in Red Deer was less than stellar.
That's where I met my wife, great city.
At the last convention, right?
Yeah.
it was so good, they decided to get in on a regular rotation, so it's just amazing.
I took my umbrella back.
Going on about this again.
Again.
Nice.
Good. Right. Governance, next. Okay. No, all in favor, receiving free information, opposed, carried. Need a recess?
How long is the next time I take? Wait,
There might be, there's a couple items on there.
I see one.
Yeah, well, there's more than one item in the.
Oh, I see.
Okay,
Well,
let's take 5 minutes.
okay.